Hoodie gang, man. What's goody, man? You already know what time it is, man. We are here in the spot. We got sports to talk about, bro. We got some sports to talk about. There's a lot going on right now. You feel me? I didn't make a prediction episode, and that's my bad. I'm lacking. You feel me? But we here now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make one this week for sure. So um let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Week 9. We're gonna go ahead and do the 2 minute drill, and then I'm gonna just give my thoughts on week 9 and how I felt about it. You feel me? So yeah, man. Let's get into it. Um, let's get into it. Week 9. Week 9. 2 minute drill. You already know what time it is, man. We got to get it in. We got to do it right. Okay. We looking good on the record so far this year. Let me just go ahead and say that. We looking good so far on the record this year with our picks, our straight up picks. Record is good, it's positive. Now betting side, not so much. I'm just tired of losing by one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Tired of losing by one. It's starting to piss me off. You feel me? It's one leg shit. Now, when I crash completely, it's cool. Like, all right, cool. But getting down to that last leg, and it's just like, God almighty. But anyway, let's get into it, man. Week 9, 2 minute drill, 2 minute timer. So first things first, first game we starting with is Thursday's game. Houston and New York. New York came through, got the dub on a beat up Houston. I will say that. But New York looked good. We finally got to see a little bit of promise, everything they've been talking about. Dallas and Atlanta. We knew Dallas was gonna lose. I mean, it ain't too much to say. You feel me? We knew Dallas was gonna lose. Atlanta looking good. They cruising through. They looking like they gonna make a playoff run. Miami, Buffalo. Buffalo just was too much for Miami. It's still, Tua got to work his way back, so it's all good. Las Vegas and Cincinnati. Cincy, you had me worried a little bit at first. Vegas does this with every team, though. They start the game off good, and then they just lose it. Second half, they just lose it totally. But Cincinnati looking good. They trying to make up for all them early season losses. Uh, Vegas and I mean not Vegas. Chargers and Cleveland. Chargers again, they looking good. Another team that's looking good, finna cruise through, getting a pretty decent schedule. Cleveland, Rocky over there. New England, Tennessee, overtime game, crazy. I don't know what else to say. Washington, New York, uh, Commanders. You worried me for a second there. I ain't gonna lie. You had me worried there a little bit, but they put off dub. Jaden Daniels, rookie of the year. New Orleans and Carolina. I don't even know. New Orleans, good thing you got rid of their head coach. Denver and Baltimore. Denver. I like Denver. I like what they doing over there, but we knew it was all too good to be true. You feel me? Um, Jacksonville, Philadelphia. Jacksonville. We love to see some changes over there. We need to see it. Chicago and Arizona. Crazy game. 10 seconds left. Detroit and Green Bay. Detroit. They going to the Super Bowl. Los Angeles, Seattle. Rams. Oh oh my God, I just butchered it. I couldn't even get my words out. I couldn't even get my words out. You know what I think it was though? I think early on I took too much time. You feel me? I was doing too much. But Rams in Seattle. Hey, the Rams making a second half of the season turnaround. Why can't I talk, bro? Indianapolis and Minnesota. Minnesota came through, got the dub. We was worried about them for a minute too. Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Kansas City looking like they finna just run away with it. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, man, that's the week 9 2-minute drill. So I definitely messed it up this week, but it's all good though. We gonna make up for it next week. But man, on a real note, man, it was a lot going on last week. Saints fired their head coach after the loss to Carolina, which was, hey, I ain't gonna lie, the NFL this year not playing with them head coaches. Now, it's a couple head coaches I'm wearing why they still got a job, but that's for a later time. So I guess some GMs just gonna let it ride out, just see how it plays out. In general, outside of that, I don't really know how to take last week. You know what I'm saying? It was rocky, but I thought the Patriots would have got that win. You feel me? I actually thought the Patriots had enough to beat Tennessee, but Tennessee needed that win for sure. Um, Cleveland is just, I ain't gonna lie. The Chargers are looking good though. The Chargers are looking good. You know what I'm saying? They're looking fairly decent. Right now they are sitting at 5-3 under Kansas City. So they definitely could get a wild card. The rest of their schedule is looking pretty. I wouldn't call it mid, but I wouldn't say it's too tough. Definitely see some wins in there. Next game against Tennessee, definitely can see a win there. Cincinnati, that's probably gonna be a tough one. Baltimore definitely gonna be a tough one. Atlanta's gonna be a tough one. Kansas City, Tampa Bay, good win. Denver, I see them getting a win over there, and the New England and Vegas game to get the in that wild card. I can see them beating them two teams too. So definitely see them getting in the playoffs. They second AFC. We know they're not gonna beat the Chiefs. They get a little stretch of some hardship, but right now they in a good position, being above 500. Um, Denver is finally hitting a crash, so that's just gonna make it easier for them. Yeah, man. But let's get into this trade deadline. So the trade deadline was today, November 5th. You know what I'm saying? It ended at 4 o'clock. Few moves was made today. I'm not sure if I know every single move that was made, but definitely got a few of them, the more notable ones. One of them being Zadarius Smith to the Lions. Now, I don't know what the Browns were thinking. I guess they're trying to free up some capital, considering that Deshaun Watson just got hurt, and you're tied. A lot of money is tied in that regard, so you got to free up some money on the back end to try to get some other pieces over there. Understood. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of Amari Cooper, so I guess that's where they're going with that. But on the other hand, the Lions, they needed another pass rusher. And with what's his name? What's his name? With golly, what's his name? Being that y'all let me know his name in the comment. I can't even think of his name right now. But the edge rusher, they it's a decent replacement. Zadarius Smith is a little bit on the older side, but he still can get it done. You know what I'm saying? We're not too worried about it. With the way Detroit is looking, they're looking like they got a good chance to make it all the way anyway. So I'm not mad at the move. Another move for the NFL trade deadline was the Bengals traded Khalil Herbert. I mean, the Bengals traded for Khalil Herbert, acquired Khalil Herbert from the Bears. Uh, don't really see the need for that move too much. They already have Zach Moss and Chase Brown over there. I don't really see the point in that. But maybe he can come benefit, or maybe that's for another move later on. I'm not really sure. I'm feeling like it's probably that. It's probably for another move later on. Next, the Steelers got Preston Smith from the Green Bay Packers as another pass rusher to help with TJ Watt, as well as Mike Williams from the New York Jets. Now, I don't know how I feel about Mike Williams. I I don't know how I feel about Mike Williams. I made a whole rant video about, bruh. To me, I feel like he done lost it. I feel like he lost the little bit of potential he had with the ACL injury. Feel like it's just not there. That's a good move going to Pittsburgh. A lot more structure. He's probably gonna get the ball thrown to him a lot more. They need a good second option over there. So I'm not too mad at the Steelers for making a move. It's just, what do we really see in Mike Williams for the future? That's really what it is. What it really boils down to. All troll shit aside, you know what I'm saying, my rant video aside, what do we really see out of him for the future is what my biggest concern would be for that. The Saints traded Marshawn Lattimore to the Washington Commanders, and I feel like that was definitely a plus for the Commanders. More so of an L for the Saints, but it's looking like the Saints are probably gonna make a lot more moves come this offseason. I believe it's a few people contracts are gonna expire this year or are expiring this year, would be the better way to say it, I guess. But yeah, man, it's probably gonna be some contracts expiring, and it's gonna be some moves being made this offseason. I definitely feel like they need to move on from Derek Carr. We love what we seen in the first couple games. That had everybody tickled pink. Oh, Derek Carr might be back, and da da da. No, you feel me? We back to reality. The Saints are ass with Derek Carr at quarterback. They got a lot of weapons over there. Alvin Kamara just signed an extension. Chris Olave is a great receiver. Um, even though even though some people don't think so. But I think he's a great receiver. Rashid Shaheed could be better. He's a good deep threat, but I feel like he could be better on the short routes. You need him kind of during the game. He's fast, bro. You need that speed on them short routes, them slants, uh, them curls, things of that nature. But other than that, though, I really see a lot of moves being made for the Saints. This move though for the Commanders was definitely a W. They needed some more depth, definitely in the secondary, but on defense in totality, they need more depth. In order for that the run that they're making right now to be sustained going into the playoffs, because that's of course when you face all the more defensive teams. But overall, not too much. Overall, though, not too much. Not too many crazy moves. It's been moves, made throughout the last few months. Didn't make the trade deadline too exciting, but we definitely got a little taste of something. Definitely waiting to see how things are gonna look for the Lions and the Commanders moving forward for sure. Um, College basketball is back. Let me just go ahead and get that out the way. College basketball is back. We love to see it, bro. You feel me? We love to see it. Man, I'm a Tar Heel, just so y'all know now. You feel me? Don't come in my comments with that bullshit. Next we're gonna do some NBA predictions. So we got some NBA games. The NBA season right now is looking pretty up in the air. I mean, as far as the things that are still waiting to unfold, as far as like the Milwaukee Bucks and how they're gonna look later on in this season. Doc Rivers doesn't seem to be getting them off to a good start. The Magic, how they're gonna recoup and recover without um Paolo for these next few weeks. They were on a good run. I feel like that's gonna set him back a little bit. But when he come back, it's still time to regroup from that. It's a long season in the NBA. The Knicks, we're starting to see that evolve a little bit more. Carl Anthony Towns filling out that role, being a little bit more aggressive, more dynamic on that offense, um, as well as uh, the Spurs. Wimby is looking like Wimby's looking like he's gonna be a problem in the future. I'm not gonna lie. He's looking like he's gonna be a problem. He could win Defensive Player of the Year if he keeps this up. He's really doing what he needs to do as far as being as tall as he is. Like it's like there's no excuse for nothing else. Um, I don't. He's averaging 3.9 blocks a game. 10.3 rebounds. No, 3.9 blocks a game. 10.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, 18.9 points. Um, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Wimby. I ain't gonna lie. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Wimby. Of course, I still don't feel like they have enough surrounding him in order to really get the job done, but he's definitely looking good for sure. The East though is definitely looking like Boston is gonna take the East. I'm not gonna lie. The West I feel like it's more up for grabs. Um, we'll see more later on how I feel like depth is really going to be the thing with teams this year because a lot of teams have a lot of geeked up starting five, but that bench gets a little weary and a little shaky, and that's going to be bad when they come down to playing Boston in the finals for sure. That's going to be bad because they are definitely a deep team. Tonight's slate: Detroit and the Hornets. I like the Hornets. Even though the Pistons have been playing solid, they just beat the Lakers last night. Fuck my whole ticket up. But they probably gonna come in on a streak. Now Charlotte's gonna be at home. Lonzo's been playing fairly good this year, averaging 28 points a game. But I still like the Hornets for this game. They need this win. Magic and the Pacers again. Magic without Paolo not looking good. Pacers need this win as well. Just took a little ugly little loss. Um, the Knicks and the Hawks. I feel like this is more of a decent game, but the Knicks, I like the Knicks to take this game. Hawks just don't have enough. Warriors and the Celtics. I like the Celtics, of course. I believe Steph is back for this game, so definitely interested to see Steph back playing. Spurs and the Rockets. I like the Rockets for this game. Like I said, Spurs just don't have enough. They've been getting little fluky wins, but I don't see them. I don't see them beating them. The Lakers and the Grizzlies. I like the Lakers in this game. The Grizzlies been kind of hit or miss. I don't think they have enough for the Lakers, and I feel like the Lakers are gonna look to bounce back from that loss they just took to Detroit. Kind of an embarrassing loss, a little bit. I definitely see them wanting to take control of this game. Memphis at home though, so I probably would take Memphis on the spread. The spread is only 1.5, so definitely probably would take that. Cavaliers and the Pelicans. I like the Cavs. Cavs undefeated right now. They looking like a fairly decent regular season team. I'm interested to see if it's gonna convert in the playoffs. I don't think it will, even though I love the Cavs team. It's just I just don't think it's gonna convert in the playoffs because it didn't last year. I just don't see it doing it this year. The Bulls and the Mavericks. I like the Mavs. Bulls just hurt over there. They just don't have nothing really. I mean, they ain't really got shit. Thunder and the Nuggets. I like the Thunder in this game. The Nuggets are kind of rocky this year. They trying to get together. Russ starting to fill his role in a little bit better. Over there in Denver, we knew he had to, what I'm saying, get settled in a little bit. But Thunder again undefeated, looking like they're gonna make a solid run in the West. The Heat and the Suns. I like the Suns in this game. Suns looking like they starting to get it together too. KD coming out strong, averaging 27 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of KD and them boys. You feel me? 76ers and the Clippers. Paul George is gonna make his return back to the 76ers. I wish he was there for this game, but unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to see that. 76ers starting off 1-5 with no Embiid, no Paul George. Paul George will be back. Unfortunately, Embiid will not. He just got suspended for I guess he just assaulted a reporter. I guess he just assaulted a reporter, the way they gonna describe it. He shoved him, whatever the case may be, but that's a big man. You know what I'm saying? That's a large fella. Um I like the Clippers in this game. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Clippers in this game. I know the 76 are gonna fight hard, but I like the Clippers in this game. There's also a revenge game for James Harden, so he's gonna be a look. I definitely see him looking the ball tonight. The Raptors and the Kings. I'm loving that Kings team. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of them, so I definitely like them for that game. So, without me having somebody to kind of go back and forth with, it's hard for me to kind of make this longer. I could go into my week 10 predictions to go ahead and get them out the way, but I kind of want to use that to give me another episode. Things have been and happen more in sports that I could talk about. So yeah, that's how that goes. Dodgers won the World Series. Uh, yeah, man. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't have much else, man. I love everybody who gonna watch this later on. Um, Shout out to everybody that supports me. Shout out to everybody that will support me in the future. We gonna keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. Feel me? I love, man.